Hello everyone and welcome back. So, as you can see, I've done some stuff. The first thing I've done. So you know how, in back for when on episode 1, episode 2, was it episode 2? I think it was episode 2. Where I said that the question mark blocks were going to be decorative. I didn't think it'd be this simple, to be honest. I'm just literally hooking up 2 command blocks. That's all I had to do. One command block is so that it's just a one-time thing, so that you can only use it once per game, I guess. The second one is so that it actually gives you the coin, which I haven't figured out how to get the name to work. I will have to look back at the tutorial to do that. But yeah. Also, I sorted down the redstone down here so that it's a little bit easier to see. Like this is stuff that is about the player. This one's about the question mark blocks. We got the Goomba stuff going on over here. Also with the Goomba stuff, I fixed a problem where the zombie, when you killed it, would drop rotten flesh. I got that problem by constantly, and I mean constantly, it's making sure that there's no rotten flesh. It insta-kills it. So, that has now been dealt with. So, yeah. Also, I got the note block thing figured out, and, got that hooked up. As best as I could get it. I also did some texture pack stuff. So at first it was just my normal Minecraft Vanilla Tweaks texture pack, but now it is it's its own thing, as you can see here. It is basically the same, but with a couple different ones. Like, now we have Dungeons Dirt, which actually looks better instead of the Rooter Dirt, so I switched all of it, which actually took a little while. We have the smaller grass and a little bit, and also everything is lush grass, so that will improve. Also, the terracotta back here is now a little bit different. It's not that it has a little bit more texture on it, which I think makes it look a little bit better. The dirt down here, I'd say, is a little bit closer to the original thing. And, anyways, I'm going to head down here and show you how it kind of works now. It clears your inventory. I also made it so that it gives you, like, a couple seconds of regen, so that if you took damage, then you wouldn't be taking damage. Also, you still get experience. I don't really care that much about that. You get a coin by hitting that, but because of that piston getting rid of the redstone, you only can get 1 coin on that question mark block. This one, instead of giving you a coin, summons in the mushroom. This one gives you a coin, and just now I set up this one. I think. I didn't get the command block, so give me a second. Give me 1 second. What is the coordinates of this? I didn't hook up this part, which is the one that this is basically the reset part of it, so that the redstone gets put back. 29, negative 38, negative 3. This is, so basically, the question mark block section down here. This is basically what's doing that. Is it this one? Negative 38. Okay, there we go. Now it should work. But, just as a quick test. Also, it sets off when you kill the zombie underneath the tripwire hook, it sets it off. I don't mind that too much, considering sometimes in some games they do give you a coin anyways. So, yeah, let's just make sure that this works, though. I think it works. Yeah, it works. You can tell because it breaks the block there. Like the block is now there for break. So, now for the actual part that I didn't just do off camera because it's kind of important. I'm doing the wrong thing. But instead of doing Alt-Tab, I did the switch game thing. So now we have to do a pipe, which is actually quite important in the game, especially in the first level, because there is a sub-area section which is why I built it in the air, so that we can do the underground section, like you just fall into it. And what else? Ta-da. Also, I moved the ice up a couple blocks, and to place in all the barrier blocks on this side, too. Which looks really weird when you look at it. Also, you might be wondering why I just did the question mark blocks and not the brick ones. I have a brick block design over here thing going on. One problem that I encountered is that if you just remove the block here, then then the player just like you just go right through it instead of hitting it. So I did some kind of stuff. I had quite a bit of trouble designing this, where I did a barrier block up here so that you would bonk your head, and then I had trouble getting rid of the barrier block. The problem with that is that it always, for some reasons, does the air before it places in the barrier block. It needs to place the barrier block before the air, because the air needs to overlap the barrier block. But the air kept on going first, so I put in a repeater, and then it was too slow. So that's a problem that I've had, and I don't know how to fix it. If you know how to fix it, then tell me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 from the 1, 2, 3 from the bush. Okay, so here's where the pipe would start, and it will be 3 wide. I know it's 2 wide in the game, but you have to fit down the pipe. Actually, you know what? I could do 5 wide. Let's do 5 wide. Because reasons. Then it'll be easier to just go down the pipe. So, now we have to design a pipe, which is going to be kind of interesting because, well, now we have a texture pack on, which I might actually end up using the texture pack. Like, it would be kind of good for the texture pack. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about the texture pack, the leaves have a little bit extra texture on them. Probably already noticed that, but, yeah. So, with the pipes, if you look at the pipe texture, okay, also the grass block now covers the full thing, so we could use that somehow. If you look at the texture, there's where it is 2 blocks, there is basically 2 different parts, I guess you could say. Well, with the smallest pipe, it is 2 wide, okay? And you have I guess the entrance section on the top, which is a thicker portion. I don't think I'm really going to be doing anything thicker. And then you have the thinner portion at the bottom. I'm not going to be doing that because it didn't seem that important. But I'm going to try to get the aesthetics of it right, like the general aesthetics. So, block of emerald could be interesting. Melon. I'm trying to get some green blocks in here because some of these green blocks could actually work kind of interestingly. Shulker boxes, believe it or not, could be very interesting for some portions. Probably not, maybe not in this level, but in future levels, who knows. So basically, the way the textures go, you have a lighter portion here and a darker portion here. And since it is going to be 5 wide, it will be 3 wide like this, and then 3, 3, basically like this. And then you could jump into the pipe if it wasn't filled in. Of course, the first 3 will be filled in. The 4th one will not, because that is how it is in the game. So the problem with that. So basically, the darker section is like this one, but we need a lighter section that's lighter than this. So, I feel like Block of Emerald. I know it's a little bit of a weird choice, but it kind of works in a weird way. So I'm going to go Block of Emerald and then Green Terracotta. Which, I know they do not work together like one bit. Melon, maybe? Melon is a little bit closer to it, I'd say. Lime Sugar Box might be a little bit too bright. I say melon and... actually, you know what? Lime and melon, because they kind of work a little bit better together. I like how we're using two different kinds of food as the things. We got lime and melon. Also, I'm doing it by the guess that the texture, if it was 3D, would be the same on each of the sides. So this is about how it would go, and then you would just use black concrete as the middle section if you don't fall into it. There you go. And then that's basically how our pipe would be. I'm actually going to do it like this, kind of. I guess, well, the real question is, do we want it so that you can fall in? How about we do a slab? Like, we could just do nether brick. We actually have quite a few options here. Let's do like we got nether brick or blackstone. I'm gonna go with blackstone because nether brick has a little bit of a purple tint. So this is the pipe. I know it looks terrible, but this is as best as I can go. So let's go place down this monstrosity. Also, we are almost, it's like just on a chunk border there, to the point where you're going to have your render distance at least 3 for it to work, which is kind of interesting. So you need to go, wait, no, it's like this is lime, wait, no, melon. Am I doing this? No? Give me a second, I'm confusing myself. I think it's like this. There we go, and then we just cover up this area. You might be like, oh, what spiders are going to spawn in here? I have mob spawning turned off. So that nothing will spawn. So I have been doing command block kind of stuff. And so recently I've been thinking, when I do the sub area, where you go underground, should I use the teleport command? I think I'm going to have it so that you just fall in, okay? Because I feel like that's a little bit better. Also, I'm going to do like lime in the corners here. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Because then it just looks off. It's off by 1 block. I'm going to have to fix that because it's going to bug me and also other people. Also, why isn't melons like logs and hay bales? It kind of has a similar texture to each of them where it's like lines. I don't know, just a random question. So, you might be thinking that that I've done like command block stuff kind of before. I've barely done command block stuff before, okay? I've only like partly done it, like not really seriously try to know how each command works and stuff like that. Still not planning on doing anything like that. But, I am now starting to understand at least a little bit on how some of the commands work, because now I can start doing, like, give a certain item, and eventually I'm going to try and figure out how to do coins. Like, how to actually have it name coins. I'll try and do that off camera, because it's a little bit boring to watch someone watch a tutorial. So... Layer blocks are kind of tedious, because the texture, like, is based on where you're facing at it, so it's like kind of weird. And also it fades away for some reason when you're like farther away from it. I don't know. If I can figure out how to use World Edit, then I will start doing that, because World Edit could be very helpful in these kind of situations where I just need to constantly... You know what, I might install another mod at some point if I can. Where, like, I don't know, I could try... If I can find another 1.18 mod, like, maybe like a copy and paste kind of mod, makes it easier to do that kind of stuff, then I will absolutely download it. Because I definitely could use something like that for this kind of situation. Also, I'm not going to fill in this entire layer here with dirt. It's just another thing I don't want to do. So now we have a little bit of an area around here where nothing major is really happening except for a cloud up here at the same level as that, except it's 3 wide, I think. Is that 3 wide or 5 wide? I think it's 5 wide. Yeah, I think they're based on, it's either 3 or 5. Or, like... Oh wait, I just now realized how we're doing that. It starts, like, right before the pipe, I think. So, like, right here-ish. I guess that'll work. And then we do, like, this. This is not going to be perfect in any font, and I don't care. And I'm just trying to get it as good as I can, as a person that is neither good at building nor redstone, but is okay at it. I'm not a professional at Minecraft, I just play Minecraft a little bit more than some people. I kind of wish that calcite was marble instead, so that we get like marble slabs and stuff. Because that could be cool. Plus it makes sense in the terms of where you get it, because you get marble surrounds geodes, I'm fairly certain. This needs to go like that, I think. I think this will be fine considering the pipe is not really the normal size anyways. So that's about how that is. And then we have a 8 gap, I think, between the next pipe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is before the next pipe, which is going to be a taller pipe. And there's absolutely nothing in between this for some reason. Nintendo just decided to not put a Goomba here, and I'm not entirely certain why. So I think we're the situation earlier where at some point it accidentally summoned a baby zombie. Turn my window just says by chunk. That way that will be loaded in. Because it just about almost unloads here. Because of the 3 chunks. So with the whole baby zombie situation where we had that thing going on, I don't think it was because of that zombie being there. It might have been. Because I had the when I was testing it out earlier, before I started recording, that kind of thing happened again, so it's just random, basically. Which is okay. I kind of wish that had happened, like, always. So, that would have been cool. So, okay. This one should be... No, wait. Is it this one or the next one that's at the same pipe as the question mark blocks? I think it's the next one. Yeah, so the next one's going to be at the same height as the question mark blocks. That way you don't get soft-locked. It's like that in the original game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, come on, I screwed up. I guess I didn't place in that much before I tested out. Because there needs to be a thing here. So, just before I started recording, Nintendo did a Pokemon Presents. I didn't record a, reaction on that because... I don't know. One, I haven't really done anything Pokemon on this channel, even though at some point I do plan to, once I get the capture card for, like, the Switch or something. But... And also because I only saw it because Failboat did start a live stream on that. I'm not subscribed to Pokemon Present, to the Pokemon YouTube channel, only to the Nintendo one, so I didn't get a notification. But it was pretty cool. They announced Gen 9, so yay. Also some updates to some games I've never played. So that's pretty cool. Directly above this pipe, there is a 2 cloud. This is a 3 cloud, that's 1 cloud, so there's 2 cloud above this. Directly above it, where it would start like here. Like the first bump is... Wait, no, the first bump would be here, so I'm going to put it here. Because the pipe is a little bit bigger than normal. I'm trying to have things be somewhat proportionate to each other, but it's going to be a little off, because Minecraft does not necessarily translate to Mario. I'm fairly certain Nintendo knows this, because they at once did a collab with Minecraft. And so, yeah. Nintendo did a collab with Minecraft, and Minecraft did a collab with Nintendo. And that is an and, not an or, because the Super Smash Bros. DLC. Like, there's a Super Mario Minecraft mashup pack, and Steve and then Smash, so it kind of goes both ways. I don't think I need to put ice here. Because, I don't think I need to put ice in between these two pipes, because, there's no zombies here, and zombies can't get to here, so I think I could stop doing the ice around here. Yeah. Right here is where I don't have to do ice, because the zombie can't make it up there. I'm trying to have as much area as I can without the ice. Which I guess I could do, like, no ice here. Not here. But, that's like, what, 2 blocks off, I think? Yeah. But, it kind of leaves a little bit of something there. And I want to have it either full or nothing. So, that's why I'm just having that solid, but this one not. I think I'm at some point just going to use slash fill. I'm not going to worry about barrier blocks right now, because it's boring. Anyway, clouds. I'm going to do the first bump. Okay, so this is at the... Oh, I did that one on the wrong level. Oh. So this one is right above this one. That'll work, and then just do one more. There we go. This is turning out interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's turning out the best, it's just turning out interesting. It is turning out, that is all I'm going to say about it. Okay, so now this section we will have to have ice above it, because there's going to be one zombie in this section. 2 zombies in the next. So, ice here. I'm trying to put ice on the other places that the zombie could, in theory, get to. Because you don't know if I was to release this as like a custom map or something. You don't know what people are going to do, so... I'm not planning on releasing it as a custom map, partly because I don't know how. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's this section. This section's ice layer done. And a zombie will go right here. So I'll mark this with a barrier block, because then I'll remember to... Okay, I'm going to do... Now let me open up my notepad on my second monitor. So I need to do negative 52.5, negative 44, negative 5.5. If ever at some point we end up going out of the negatives, that would be interesting. Now we have to go down here. This one will also carry over to the other zombie. So, just copy this one, put in the different coordinates. Also, in case you're wondering how I copied it with the MBTA data, basically the code in it. You just hold down Control while middle clicking. I don't think it works on Bedrock though. You can only do it on Java because Bedrock sucks. So now let's go test it out. No. Okay, so I just now realized a potential problem. Okay, good. It is someone in the white spot. One problem. Hunger. How are we gonna do hunger? Okay, because we could give the player saturation, but then another problem happens. If you give the player too much, then they can regen, and I don't necessarily want them to regen. So, what do? I could, in theory, do... I'm not entirely certain what to do there. So, yeah. That is a thing that I need to sort out. How am I going to do the zombies? Well, not the zombies, but you know, the hunger. I could let them have regen, but I don't know. If I'm trying to be as close to Mario as I know how I can get it, then I shouldn't give them regen, I guess. If they can only take 2 hits. Okay. What kind of effects are there in this? Absorption... There's hunger, which gets rid of hunger. There's levitation, trust me. Well, we could give the player hunger, and just at the end of the level we just, like, kill them, that way they get all their hunger back, and then put them in creative mode. We could do that. I'm not entirely certain what to do there. If you have any ideas of how to do it, then let me know. Gotta put this back on there. Okay. Also, for some reason, the Superstar is called a Starman on this website. Not entirely certain if that's what it's called, but I'm fairly certain it's called a Superstar. Okay, so we got the zombie. There's a bush. There's a bush right next to the Goomba. Well, it will start the block over from the Goomba, so like here. The bush will start. Also, one thing that I'm doing anyways, I'm doing rooted dirt underneath the plants because it looks cool and it makes sense. But you can only see it under that plant, so it doesn't really count. This is the other kind of plant, so I'm just going to replace it with normal dirt for now. Also, we have not necessarily a problem, but a decision, I guess. I hate myself because I had put barrier blocks there. We have a decision to make. Since we have the texture pack that makes grass blocks take up the full thing, moss or grass? I'd say grass, because it's a little bit brighter. It's a little bit more, like, has a little bit more color, but the moss is lighter. So I think I'm gonna go with the moss, because the grass is a little bit more bold, I guess you could say. But it's not necessarily too bold in the original, so I'm gonna go with moss. So, yeah. But maybe potentially at some point we do go with grass maybe on some levels that need like brighter grass. So zombie spawns here. So here. So like, no, it's just a 2-wide. Yeah, it's just 2-wide. And then we gotta grab some grass to put on. Right here. So when designing the texture pack off Vanilla Tweaks, I did think ahead just a little bit. So we have instead of smooth, andesite, and pyrite, and granite, it's diorite. It's like the bricks, basically, of what their bricks would look like. That way in castle levels, which I'm planning on doing each of the levels, so we would end up doing that. Then we would have some stuff to do, then we would have a block to use, I guess, that isn't just stone bricks. But I would have to look at the block texture a little bit further, because I haven't played it in a little while. My cat wants to give me a second. So, I'm looking at the website here, okay, just a little bit, and it has the level statistics on what the level has in it. So it tells you how many coins are in the level that you could technically get. That kind of thing. There is 39 coins in the level that you can technically get. 10 of which are in a block. Are in, like, the question mark blocks. Over there. 10 you can get in a coin block, which means that you can hit it 10 times. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to do the 10 thing. So, yeah. So it's not this pipe, but the next pipe is where the sub area is. So we can do some stuff with that. The cat's still trying to figure out the boxes. I cut the boxes open because I had 2 boxes, one from the monitor, one from the PC case, because I've been laying them out for Judo to wander into, and she doesn't know what it is yet, basically. So after this, we have another one of these kind of bushes. It's basically just that one. It's basically this one. Okay. It's, I think, the exact same. Yeah, I think it's the exact same as that one. So we can just copy that. One, two, three, four, five. Yep, 5. Okay, it starts 1 block off this, based on how we're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some reason it was struggling to load in there. That's not what the white area is, so good. Let's grab, not the barrier block, I need this and the green terracotta. There. I didn't realize how the amount of lime terracotta that we're using. There, and then like that. Okay. We got that done. Done this. Okay, so I'm fairly certain that not right here, but in just a like in one okay, wait, there's a Goomba that spawns in right here. Right here. On this Goomba that spawns in here and a Goomba that spawns in here. We have 2 Goombas. One at, can't write this down. So we have one at negative 67.5, negative 44, and negative 5.5. And then we also have one that spawns in at negative 68.5, negative 44, negative 5.5. Okay. I can get those in, which should not be that big of a problem. Just copy this, place down 2. This is the wrong thing. This need to be over here. There we go. 67. This one needs to be 67. Same that. This one needs to be 68, and that's the only difference. There we go. Did I have all them going correctly? Yes, okay. Okay. Now let's go make sure that's working. Oh, let me put, Hello. Oh yeah, these guys are burning. That's weird. Oh wait, that could be a problem. Them dropping other stuff could potentially be a problem. Don't entirely know how I'm gonna do that, but we can figure it out. Okay. Just thinking ahead there just in case. We gotta put ice over these areas. These areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so after that last Goomba, okay, I gotta go, so, bye. We made quite a bit of progress here, actually.